kind of started off with like 3 guys in that first month, and they were pretty excited about the workouts and the results they were getting, and so they would kind of tell their friends, and by word of mouth, it went to like from 3 guys to like 30 guys. And so there were a lot of players who started to come up to Seattle to train, and they loved the training, and they liked the city, but the biggest problem was the weather. And so unfortunately, that winter I went through the Seattle experience there, worst winter ever, and it snowed a lot, and or it was really, really harsh, really, really cold. And when it was snowing, it was raining. And so I was kind of approached by a few agencies who liked how I was working with their NFL guys, and they said, hey, we think you'd be good for doing combine training. And so they kind of convinced me to move down to LA. And once I moved to LA, things kind of took off. And so I moved here in November 2007 and had my first official combine class in January 2008. And like I said, things just kind of took off from there. Had 20 plus guys in 2008, 2009, and 2010. Got really good results, and then really started to build through the veteran market, and kind of got a lot of big name players throughout the years to kind of come train and work out with me. The cool part about being in Los Angeles is the weather's great, and a lot of players will either live here, are from here, or want to be here, and it was a pretty easy selling point. So I started to get a lot of players to work with me by word of mouth, and eventually it led me to Athletes Performance. I had kind of had a great relationship with AP for quite some time. I'd always thought the world of them, but Mark Verstegen built and what he's done, he's definitely a pioneer. It's an honor, to work with him. And we just got back from Marco Island, Florida for the NFLPA meetings. I got to spend like a week with him, and it was just great. And so when we tried, a few years for us to work together, but for some reason just the timing wasn't off. But we always stayed in contact because I just always knew that it would work. And then eventually the time came in 2010. So in 2010 I came over to Athletes Performance, and I just loved Mark's vision and the vision of the company. What Jeff Sassone, the president, was trying to do, what Dan Burns, the CEO, was trying to do, what even Stuart Gill, the GM for Athletes Performance here in Los Angeles, what they were trying to do and match with what I wanted to do. I felt that being associated with Athletes Performance, being associated with Adidas, and being associated with, their world-class methodology, their world-class facilities, it kind of take my career to where I really wanted it to go. And so I kind of just hit the ground running and set very, very, very lofty goals for what AP wanted to do this year, and set out and accomplished it. And so the biggest thing for me was I really wanted to make sure that everybody was familiar with AP, with the brand, was familiar with what we have done in the past, and that was kind of the big thing. So they already had a good group of top agencies, and so we were able to corral the other top agencies and get them to buy into our program. So between the 3 locations here in Los Angeles, where you're at now, our facility in Arizona, and the facility in Pensacola, Florida, with Dr. Jimmy Andrews, we were able to haul in some pretty big time agencies and some really big time players. And so, currently we have pretty much over half of the projected first round.
You can name drop a little.
Yeah. So currently now we have. Daquan Bowers, Marcel Darius, Blaine Gabbert, AJ Green, Julio Jones, Jimmy Smith, Prince Mukamura, Aaron Williams,
Ryan Mallett,
Christian Ponder, Cameron Jordan, and Jordan Cameron. Always get those guys.
You got both of them.
Yeah. Alden Smith, Tyron Smith. The list goes on and on and on, for not just only guys that are potential first rounders, but guys who are going to be top 100 picks.